Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to The Medium by Design. I'm going to share with you some of the current messages from Dolores Cannon. As you saw on my YouTube page, there are 3 other videos on there, and this is a continuation of what I'm getting from her presently. She is a profound woman. Feel free to look her up on YouTube. She passed a few years ago. She crossed over, and she continues to bring me immense wisdom and helping me on my path, and hopefully helping you on your path. So I'm going to read this message, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so now that you are getting more of the real picture as to what exactly needs to go on during this time, I would like to add a couple more layers so you can see and feel the enormity of and the benefits that will be emerging. In terms of timelines, it is not easy for the linear mind to understand how long this slavery mentality programming went on. It began small and then expanded and kept people in a certain framework, deathly afraid to break out. Now, with the onslaught of so many crimes against people and now trying to crash the economy, scare people into submission and get everybody back to a survival mentality, it is no surprise the natives are truly getting restless. And this is exactly what should happen. Each individual who gets a glimmer of what is actually going on needs to own the truth and not only take their power back, but refuse to go along with all of the overinflated lies and nonsense going on. This all is meant to break people's spirit and have them begging for help. Some will need to, as they feel they have nowhere to turn but the government. But the vast majority will be turning away from government for their answers. You will witness the largest mass-scale uprising because of sheer numbers, possibly in Earth's history. This time is so divinely in line with the mass freedom of spirit breakout. There will be no turning back, and when people look back in the future, they will say, wow, that 2020 was one of the greatest turning points for humanity. Now remember, I said there would be growing pains. There is much more to come as more and more actions to get moving, get to work, get things going, will become the common phrasing. Some of this will be good. Some of the actions will be haphazard and not take enough caution to protect the health and well-being of others into effect. This is where each individual must keep their level head on and make decisions only when it is absolutely clear after a momentary pause to ask, is this the best action at this time? Many are going to hold back and wait a bit longer than the official opening announcements. Some will be charging ahead like little children let out in a toy store. No matter, people cannot help themselves much of the time. I know you are waiting to see some of the greatest changes come to pass, as well as the promises that have been made. I can assure you, many great breakthroughs and actions against those trying to stop freedom will be made public. Arrests are in process. I know you keep hearing this and want to see it for real. You will. It has taken so much planning to take the legal steps to allow for no loopholes for criminals to sneak out from. You have kept your writings going, and this is good. This new grid worker you have met and received from is part of the vast team I met and worked with through my clients. Just as a reference, there is a current message from a grid worker, and you may want to look at that after this if you haven't seen it already. Much of the grid work material was published separately and did not get much attention. Now, though, with your connection and ability to speak plainly, that information can be better received and utilized. By adding the exercises you keep playing around with in your head, people will be able to make some kind of practical spiritual practice and receive tangible results. They will feel a shift in their bodies, much like you do. You can easily use this and guide through your teaching. The one area that must be brought up a bit, and this will continue as you get through some of your own energetic changes, will be your confidence, compassion, and passion to do the work. I can see recently you have been asking about your passion and feel slightly off, that you seem to not care if anything happens at all. This is not true. It is only because you have to continue to be quiet and not jump too much that you equate non-action to not caring. Please be sure to differentiate between these emotions and reactions. Remaining still, quiet, and not doing much is still in place. There will be no huge jumping into things yet, except more internet involvement. That input and preparation will benefit you for years to come. So, as you have felt this week in general has been a time for you to recoup from your visitors and get quiet again. This is no problem. We have time to continue. Keep your peace. So just as a side note, you notice she's reminding us that we still might be in more rest mode. So just a simple reminder, suggestion, whatever you feel your body needs at this time, pay attention. This is really a time to really open up to more love, both inside ourselves and bring it to the world. So whatever your personal needs are, please honor that. Honor yourself. And as a side note, just which I'm adding to the end of each video now, there is a PayPal donation button above in the banner, and there is one if you open up See More under the video. There is a link to PayPal. If you feel moved and you want to support me and my channel and the work that I do, please feel free to give anything you feel. Whatever your heart tells you, I am more than grateful to receive. So on that note, God bless everyone. I can't wait to see where we continue to go through 2020, and I know that we are on the road to triumph. God bless.